In this video, I'm going to show you exactly why people buy and exactly how to make them buy from you on the sales call. So if you're new to the channel, this is part 3 of my breakdown of a $41,000 cash collected day, where $25,000 of that was a paid in full consulting deal. So today we are going to be talking about the primary objective of the sales call, kind of going over our war strategy. Why do people buy? How can we tap into that and understand that so that we can get them to buy from us on the call and pay us money so we can help them out. So if you like money, if you like helping people out, I've got an absolute banger for you guys today. We're going to dive deep into buyer psychology and then also your tonality as well, right? So it's extremely high-level sales stuff, very advanced, but I'm super excited for it because we don't play around on this channel. You know, like literally just this week, this was just literally today. One of our clients, Neil, today, we had a one-to-one earlier this week. He's had 30 calls with one closing, so he was closing 3%. And then now we had one call together. We watched over one sales call recording that he had. I told him exactly where to improve, and now he's closing 50% this week, and he's made $4,000 within literally 24 hours. So we don't play around here, and I'll just get straight into it. So the primary objective of a sales call, what's important to understand is, like, we're not on a sales call to make a buddy. We're not here to make a friend. We're not here to be liked. We're not here to try to get approval from somebody, right? Our primary objective on the sales call, assuming we can actually serve them, right? Because we're here to actually help people out and change their lives, not just take their money and run. If that's you, stop watching right now and take a hike. But our primary objective, assuming we can actually serve them, is to close the deal so we can actually serve them, help them out, change their life, right? So our primary objective right there is to actually close the deal, get them to pay you money on the call, and then that way you can onboard them into your program or start delivering your services and helping them achieve the transformation that they're looking for. So how do we do that? How do we actually close the deal? It's important to understand, why do people buy, right? How can we close the deal if we don't understand what goes on kind of behind the scenes, behind the curtain? So I'm going to pull back the curtain today, really just give you guys a deep look into why people buy, right? So if we understand what influences a prospect to make a buying decision on the call, then we can lead the call accordingly straight to the close. So why do people buy, right? Simply put, to get from where they are right now to where they want to be. Their current situation is not desirable, it's painful, there's a problem that they have right now, and they want to get to their desired situation, their point B, where it's desirable and life is good, but they can't get there on their own, or they're looking for help. They're looking for an option to help somebody to help them get there either better, faster, sooner, or whatever that might be, right? Easier, I don't know. So they're on the call with you for a reason, right? This is extremely important to understand. They're on the call because they have a problem. People don't just get on calls with people just to make a friend, right? I'm not going to hop on a sales call with some random person on the internet that I've never met before because I just want to connect. I just want to make friends, right? I'm trying to get something out of it, and so are they. They're trying to get something out of this call, which is clarity on exactly what the next step is and what they need to do to get to their desired situation. If you guys can understand that, then you are literally in an unlosable situation because you have what they need, assuming they're a good fit and they're relatively qualified, right? Identify what has them on the call, what problems they're trying to solve, apply pain to that, apply pain to the problem, apply pain to continuing to struggle with the problem, and then prescribe a solution. Give them that clarity that they're looking for. Say, you know what, I can definitely help you out with that. Like, would you like me to tell you about that? About what we do, and then go into the rest of it, right? So that said, they come in all flustered, confused, they don't know what to do, they're looking for some help. You have exactly what they need. Apply pain to it and desire to change, so that way you're really tapping in the emotional side, which I'll get to in a second here, and then prescribe a clear solution on how they could literally take action right now, today, to solve this problem and never have to worry about it ever again and achieve the things that they've always wanted. So when do people buy? People buy based on emotion and then justify it with logic. So they buy when there is an airtight, right? This happens when you create both an airtight logical argument, so the words that you say makes sense logically. You're like, oh, okay, so if I put like $1 in, you can help me make $4 out. And you've helped 10 other people do that. Okay, that logically makes sense. Sounds good. But then they also buy when there's an airtight emotional argument as well, right? So when there's enough pain and desire applied to their current situation and desired situation, and you've really just tapped into that, and what you're doing is you're triggering a response, which is getting them to take some sort of action to fix that, right? Because the way I see it, like, honestly, we're doing the prospect more harm than good by not taking their money and helping them out. Because then they'll continue just run in circles like a headless chicken, not solving their problem and not knowing what to do about it, and having the same problem, and then you'll have the same conversation 6 months later, and they've done literally nothing to fix it. Like, you're literally doing them more harm than good by not closing them on the call. That's what we need to understand, right? So anyways, we influence the logical brain with the words that we say, so the actual things that come out of our mouth, but we influence their emotional brain with how we say the words, right? Tonality is extremely important because you could say certain words and how you say them could give those specific words an entirely different meaning, right? Alex Hormozy talks about, like, his wife calling his name, right? If she's like, Alex, 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 right? So it's like literally the same word, but then the way that she says it has a completely different subconscious, like, message. There's a completely different message packaged in there, right? So it's important to understand, like, 90% of human communication is nonverbal. So 90% of the time we're not talking. So therefore, like, when we do talk, for that 10%, it is very important what comes out of our mouth. And that's why it's very important to really understand what you're saying and what you need to say, and how to actually direct somebody into the close. But also, how you say those words is extremely important as well, right? But then, because it's nonverbal, that means, like, tonality and body language makes up the other 90%. So it's really important to dial that in. And I'll get more into that right now as well, but then also in the next video here in part 4, which will come out in 2 days from now. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, notification bell, because that's going to be an insane video. It's going to be an absolute banger. I'm going to go into getting in the zone, so, like, how to really get dialed in mentally, how to train your brain for success, and then really just, like, putting it all together, bringing it all together, and show you how to absolutely, like, just totally own the frame and make the sale. So anyways, let's get back into it. So, right, tonality is extremely important. So it's important to understand that, like, you don't want to come across, like, you have to have absolute control over your tonality at different stages throughout the sales call, right? And once you understand that, then you are absolutely dialed. So anyways, what we need to focus on is creating an airtight logical argument. We do that by the words that we actually say, what actually comes out of our mouth, and then we create an airtight emotional argument with how we say the words that come out of our mouth, how we present ourselves, how we conduct ourselves. And that's that, right? What are the only 3 objections? Either uncertainty, it's gonna be financial, either, like, it could be like logistical, I just don't have the money, right? Or a partner. So it's important to understand. I put this here because later on in another part of the series, towards the end, I'll break down the objections. We'll go super deep into actually getting to handling objections, and that's where the real meat and potatoes is, and I'm super excited for that one. But it's important to understand that these are the 3 main objections, really the only ones. Everything else kind of falls into one of these buckets, and we'll get deep into that in another video. So like I said, make sure you hit the subscribe button, because I've got some absolute heat coming your way, and I am super excited. So anyways, guys, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. If you have any suggestions for any other types of videos you guys want, any other questions you have, let me know. I'll get back to the comments, or shoot me a message over on Instagram at Jeremy_Pogue. It's a great way to get in touch. Even if you got some questions, just let me know. And then also on Instagram, I can send you the link for this document if you want to just save it, make a copy, and then you have this as well. Because I want to give you guys good stuff, because like I said before, we don't mess around on this channel, and we're here to leave a legacy and make big impact and make a ton of money and serve a lot of people and change their lives. So anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this video, support me, hit the like button. Really appreciate you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Part 4. Let's go.